this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Chubb, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mayfield now on second down. Flushed out right. Always got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect him. It means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 40 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Gun!
On the carry, it's Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Chubb. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 29 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Past the 20. A big play there out of Kamara. 41 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Mayfield to throw it. To the right side and complete to Njoku. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Set. 319. 319.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 30.
Here's Mayfield. And able to find Decker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mayfield. And that's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Kamara. And some room to roam now. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you got to miss tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Lutt's now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 105 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Hurry up, here we go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Landry. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. That is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Chubb on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Leopard! Leopard!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They couldn't hook up with Decker that time, and it's 3rd and 4. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to air one out. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Jackson down to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot.
All right, here we go.
But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A give. This is Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
On second down, here's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Leopard. Leopard.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now let's go.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. Chubb. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action here on first down. That's Njoku over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Set! 319! 319!
Again, it's Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit.
It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run. This is Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, and now he bolts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Hey, got three down.
Mayfield on 1st down. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Flush to his right. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing, Mayfield. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Detroit! Set! Green! 30.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Leopard! Leopard!
A give. This is Chubb. And they can't bring him down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway from 21 yards away. And the Browns get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, 90!
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people who can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gun!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. And he fends him off. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
All right, now, look at 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going to throw deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And the Saints just continue to roll.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Decker. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. They'll run with Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down, Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Nice job holding him out of the end zone on 3rd down, but give a big assist to the crowd. They've been with him the entire game and have spurred them on. Here in the 2nd half, they've really helped elevate their play.
And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now let's go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone. And the Lombardi Trophy.